There we go. We're
We're
live.
live. How fun is this?
There we go. How are you guys doing? This is fun. We just decided we'd go live. It's a late evening here in Atlanta. So I know people are tuning in from all over the world. If you're in the chat, we can see your chat. So let us know where you're watching from in the world. What time is it? Are you watching at 5 a.m.? Are you watching at noon?
Are you sleep deprived like us, new parents? Where time doesn't make a difference anymore. It just is the time that it is at a certain time. But yeah. So Bruce and Lindsay here. We thought we'd jump on, do an impromptu live, and talk a little bit about what is happening this week. We are going to be hosting our second Kingdom Messenger workshop. So for those of you who might not know, in January of this year, late January, early February, we kicked off the very first Kingdom Messenger workshop. It was all online. We had no idea what to expect. The idea was, I had launched a podcast in early 2020, and it was a passion project, and I didn't think that much would happen with it. But I wanted to share my story of living in perfect peace, overcoming anxiety, but also just helping people be emboldened to live in the perfect peace that the Lord had promised them every day. And so I launched this podcast, online podcast, video vlog.
And you launched it in like a weekend.
And I launched it in a weekend. So here's the thing. I had words over my life about being a communicator, about preaching and teaching the word of God. I'd had it stirring in my heart, and there had been opportunities to do that through church and things like that. But this message of perfect peace was stirring in my heart based on my own testimony and what I walked through with the Lord. And I didn't really know what to do with it. And the idea came over, the story goes, Monday, I thought, I want to do something with this. Friday, I saw a friend of mine post on their Insta story. I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't know it was a podcast, a blog, a book, didn't know. Friday, a friend of mine posted on her Insta story that she was looking for a short daily podcast to just serve as a short audible fist bump to remind her God was in everything. And I thought, I can do that. And so that was a Friday evening. I worked on it over the weekend. I felt like all that had been accumulating in my heart was accelerated in that weekend, and we launched on Monday.
I think Lindsay's being a little humble. Like what she did was woke up Saturday, wrote 5 totally new. She's like, I'm going to do this every single day. I'm going to post daily.
A daily short.
You'll find out in the workshop. That's not exactly what we recommend to start. Don't start with a daily video.
We're going to teach you from our mistakes and from our successes.
But you did the video, we edited it, and what's crazy, we've been doing videos, we've been serving Kingdom Messengers probably for 10 years. We've been doing that through business, through ministry, through our church, pastors, leaders. And so this was very natural. The funny thing is we had just never done it for our own content. And so we knew the mechanics, we knew what had to happen, but sometimes you can know what to happen, but actually taking that motivation, and you kind of set this deadline, hey, in 3 days, you're going to launch it.
And I think what happened in that weekend was I demystified the complexity of it. When you think about starting a podcast or starting an online vlog or YouTube channel, often it seems completely overwhelming because you don't even know where to start. And I realized if I can do this in 3 days, then others can too. If I can do it, you can do it.
Exactly. So we thought there's probably a lot of people who have something in their heart that they want to get out. The Lord's spoken to them. They've heard words.
They have this kingdom message based on their own testimony, what they've broken free from, what the freedom that they're living in now. There's something stirring in your heart, but you don't know where to start. Yeah. And so that's what we wanted to help people with. And so February 2020 launched Posture. It grew over the year.
Quickly, really fast.
To over 20,000 based on different channels. I even went on TikTok, guys. I said I was never going to do TikTok.
TikTok is not about dance videos.
It's not just about dance videos.
We're going to talk
about. I'm reaching people with the good news of the kingdom on TikTok. So that's pretty exciting. But all that to say, after a year of that, we took time with the Lord, going into 2021, asking kind of what is next. So it's kind of what a lot of people do, what's next for the new year. And the Lord, I felt like he gave us some options, but he said, you can continue to grow posture, which I will continue to. I love posture, love our posture community, continue to do episodes, and you can, continue to grow that followership on your own. Or even better, what if you multiplied yourself into other fellow kingdom messengers and helped them launch their channels, and you guys could reach many more together. So Bruce and I prayed into that, talked about that, and we thought, how exciting would it be if we connected with other kingdom messengers, other people like us who have this message stirring but didn't know where to start, and teach you what we know, kind of walk you through what we've been through, teach you from our mistakes and our successes, and help you kind of demystify the tech and the tools needed to do it.
And most importantly, to set a deadline, just to say, hey, we're going to be live this day. So I'm going to take a second, because we have a couple people that have joined since we started. So just so you know, this is not the session. We haven't even started yet. We're just wanted to introduce ourselves. We want to tell our story, get to know you. We can see your comments if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube. Feel free to say hi. We got someone watching from Ohio. I know there's a couple of Facebook people and then a bunch of YouTube people watching. So let us know where you're watching from. We'd love to. And if you got questions, this is just a time to hang out. All of our sessions will be on Zoom, so you'll get to talk to us, and it'll be very interactive. We're just going to kind of stream this out now and share a little bit about our hearts. But yeah, if you are watching this and you've already registered, awesome. Do that. You've done everything you need to do. And if you're in the Facebook group, you're in the right place. If you haven't registered, you can go to kingdommessengerworkshop.com and register right there. There's a little checkout there. You can buy your ticket. It'll have a couple steps of what to do, and then you'll be part of our Kingdom Messenger community. So I'm gonna let you finish your story. I'm gonna keep interrupting you.
No, that's great. You're doing great. This is live, so but yeah, so we thought, what if we, instead of saying, okay, we're gonna build a channel and have 1 million followers, what if instead we reached out to other Kingdom Messengers, and as a collective, we, in all of our channels, reached 1 million people in 2021.
Right.
And so we did the math and we realized, actually, that's very doable. And so, especially when we feel like we can easily launch channels that reach 10,000, 20,000 and more. And so that's where the Kingdom Messenger Workshop idea came from. So we went on Facebook and we started running ads to see if our theory was correct. Are there other people out there like us with the kingdom message stirring in their heart that feel the stirring to go broad online, but they don't know where to start? And it turns out, Philippines are watching. It turns out there are other kingdom messengers out there.
There's a lot of other kingdom messengers. And so if you're watching this, you found us, you probably saw one of our ads somewhere. And so it works. Like, we were able to reach out and we found this community. So anyway, we had a great
We didn't know how it would go. We'll say that. It was just a test. We thought maybe there will be 25 people that show up, maybe 50. And what happened was 250 people showed up for that very first workshop from all over the world. We had every continent except for Antarctica represented, which was so cool because, guys, it's so the kingdom of God, every nation, every tribe, every tongue. And it was so fun to connect with people from all over the world that were just like us. They had a desire to advance the kingdom, and they had a desire to learn how to leverage the digital landscape to disciple nations. And so we spent a week with everyone, helping them launch their kingdom channel. And it's been a wild ride ever since.
So we had 250 something people join that January challenge. And I think the number was like 90 something launched, like posted their first video, went live.
Launched our YouTube channel.
Yeah, and grew. So, and guys, just so you know, like, the way we do this, like, we're not going to show you, like, there's not 10 steps and we're going to show you 7 of them. And then for the next 3 steps, you have to do something. We're going to give you everything we know.
Everything we've got.
In 5 days. We're just going to cram it in. We've actually got like 1 or 2 sessions happening in a day. We're going to cram a ton into 5 days. And we're just going to tell you everything you need to know. So this is everything you'd need to launch and to grow your channel.
Yeah. So there's no like vague deliverables here. Like, we want to spend a week with you doing what I did in 3 days. We're doing it in 5. We're giving you a little extra time. But really, the deliverable of this workshop is to help you launch your kingdom channel. And so we do have some people who have joined the workshop that have already launched on YouTube, and they're kind of wanting to learn how to do more, grow, produce great videos. We're going to talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk a little bit about all of that stuff, but the big deliverable is helping you launch something that you feel like you can sustain and maintain and grow over time.
Yeah, being consistent, making sure it's sustainable is great. If you have time to put towards it, at the time you were able to do 5 episodes a week, and then it kind of went to 3, and I think now we're in like a 2 to 3 a week.
I had a baby, and so it's going to weekly.
Well,
I'm coming out of maternity leave, so
going back into it. But that was we had to, it was a constant kind of shift to figure out like which how much effort we had and how to keep it sustainable. So we're going to give you a lot of tips around that. Some of the things we did right, some of the things we did wrong.
Yeah.
And just kind of open up and can show you everything. We're going to show you our YouTube account, our TikTok accounts, like how everything works kind of behind the scenes.
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah. And also how to multiply yourself. So you don't have to go and create a piece of content for every one of these platforms. There's ways you can create one piece of content and share it a number of different ways and get a lot of value from that one piece of content. So
and reach more people that way.
Reach more people, and it's crazy because this person watching on TikTok like may never ever go on Facebook, or the person watching on YouTube may not even have an Instagram account. Like it's all very separated, and people tend to follow you on their preferred channel or their platform. And so we're just going to show you how to do that. The whole thing is leveraging the digital landscape to disciple nations. So leveraging all this technology, like how do you use Facebook ads to grow your channel? How do you like boost your channel so you can grow quickly? I think one of the things, I don't know if you said this, but when you launched, you started with 0. Like you had a brand new Instagram account, brand new YouTube, brand new TikTok. Everything was zeroed out. And essentially, like I think within 3 months, you had 8 or 9,000, 10,000 people. And within I think 9 months, I think you had 20,000, and now you have over 30,000 that have like growing into this channel. And anytime we want to, with Facebook and some of these platforms, we can just push new content, push ads out, and we can just grow the channel as big as we want to whenever we want.
And what's really cool, guys, is that these aren't spam accounts that are following me because of
these are real people.
These are people
testimonies, and
these are the people that I feel called to reach because we got clear on the message, we got clear on who the audience was, and then we were able to target and find those people. Just like we were able to find some of you who have joined the workshop. You might have been like, "How did I even get this ad?" Well, we found you.
Yes, we did. It works.
Because we knew who we were looking for. We were looking for other people like us that had this desire to grow.
Absolutely. And that was the crazy thing is it really, even on, I think, TikTok this week, I was just looking, there's one video you posted last week and it has like 170 comments on it. People like, thank you, like this ministered to me. Like I was just like scrolling and I found this is so encouraging. The Lord's been talking to me this today and you confirmed it. Like this is just leveraging technology. Like you're not even producing new content, you're just repurposing content and we're just getting it out on these other platforms, but it's changing people's lives. It's discipling nations, which is amazing.
There's so much stuff out there, guys, especially on social media, things that people are scrolling through every day. How awesome would it be to disrupt the scroll, to interrupt the scroll with truth, with a message that they need right now, with a timely word, with your kingdom message? That's the point, right? Yep. And so a lot of this is not just growing a following, it's meeting people where they are. And a lot of people spend a lot of time
on their phones. That's right. Yeah. I know you guys are probably watching on your phones right now. You're like, yeah, I know.
We've got Montgomery, Alabama's watching in Cincinnati. Hello, hello, hello. Yeah. Someone just said, I launched my YouTube channel just a little over a week ago, but I wanted to learn how to make the most impact with it.
Absolutely.
Awesome. You're in the right place.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing I'll say is, again, if you're just joining us for now, like we're talking to our group that you guys are in. If you're watching in the Facebook group, you're in and you're registered. If you haven't, you can go register now. It's kingdommessengerworkshop.com. And I do want to say this as well, because like one of the questions that come up all the time is if you can't afford this event, we have some free content coming out at some point later this year. We're going to start sharing these little nuggets and to try and help you so to really expand the reach of what we're doing. And so if you're watching on YouTube, just subscribe to our YouTube. That's all you got to do. If you got the email from us today, you're on our email list. We'll let you know when things are happening. But I just want to let you know there is some free stuff coming. I know this is a paid event because we are packing in a ton of value. We have guest speakers coming in. well-known guest speakers.
And we're going to be doing a lot of interaction.
It's very interactive.
In the workshop.
We're going to get
coaching,
very practical
feedback.
Yeah.
Real-time feedback.
Help you specifically with your channel, give you clean steps. There's a lot of like resources that we're throwing in there. So that's why we have it set up that way. But yeah, if you need to register, that's the link there below. I do want to like just walk through the itinerary unless there was anything else you wanted to share.
No, let's just talk about what we're going to be diving into this week.
So there's a camera glitch. That's our first one. So here we go. Let's talk about day 1.
Yeah, so I get the privilege of kicking off day 1. And in day 1, I'm going to be sharing with you. Now, a lot of you guys in our private workshop group, we put a poll out earlier this week and we said, tell us what you're most excited to learn this week. And the majority so far has said content strategy.
Yes.
And so we are kicking off the workshop with my number 1 content strategy.
Yeah.
And so I'll just say that for now, but we'll be talking about.
But wait, there's more.
My number 1 content strategy and what it has to do with your specific kingdom message and why it's the most important starting point for launching a successful kingdom channel.
Yeah. And you are 170 episodes into your podcast. Yes. So that 170 episodes in, like you have a good format now of like how you go about doing this. And I think the way I've seen you do it, that's what I think is really great is you're not just putting out an episode because it's Monday and you have to put an episode out. Like you're waiting on the Lord, you're here getting revelation, you're packaging up, taking time to write a script, writing the script out like literally word for word before you record the video. I know that's sometimes kind of shocking to people like, wow, that sounds like a ton of work. Yeah, it is.
But there's a reason we do that too, because we utilize that script several other ways, which we'll be talking about in the workshop.
Exactly. So that's the strategy. And then we have a really cool guest speaker, one of our mentors.
Yeah.
Graham
so
Cook.
Let me just say this about the workshop.
I already said who it was.
No, it's fine. It's fine that you said that. I just want to say this about the workshop. We're holding nothing back. We're giving you a behind the scenes look of posture and kind of what it took to not just start posture, but grow posture. But in doing that, we wanted to bring in people who mentored me along the way, in becoming a kingdom messenger and in growing my channel. And so the people that we're bringing in are people who have spoken, who have directly, like, basically, we're bringing our mentors to you
as well.
If that makes sense. So we are going to be sharing an interview with one of my mentors, Graham Cook, who has taught me so much about being a kingdom messenger and specifically being a kingdom messenger online. You know, Graham is, I would consider him a pioneer. He's been in ministry for over 40 years, but he's also pioneered a lot of being in ministry online, being a kingdom messenger online. It's, a whole different ballgame when you're interacting with not just the tools and the tech, but an online audience. And so we're going to be doing an interview. And the interview with Graham is really around the mindset of a kingdom messenger. I wanted to get into Graham's brain. And I didn't want him to tell us what to think. I wanted him to share how he thinks. So it could open up our mindset for being a kingdom messenger.
And he's been doing this for decades and
decades. I mean, they're like when
longer
he
than
started,
we've been alive.
There wasn't Facebook when he started.
I know. They were literally recording on tapes and everything. But it's been fantastic to see how they've continued to grow their ministry online and just, again, leveraging that digital landscape. There's so much to leverage out there. And everybody's still growing. That's what's crazy is like you get to talk to some of these people, like they're like, oh, and next we're going to add TikTok. Next we're going to do this thing. They're always like looking to leverage more. And
it's driven from this exciting thought. What if the digital landscape, social media, the internet is the largest mission field in history? And if that's the case, let's pioneer that territory together.
Exactly. So that's day 1. So that's just day 1. So because we want to show you guys like all that we're packing in here. It's a lot. So day 2, we have one of our friends who is an author, a speaker. She's done TED Talks. She's
just dynamite.
And she's a kingdom messenger. Just fantastic. She does weekly blogs. She said, I think she's doing her third book.
She has just released, third book. She's probably working on her next book. But so my friend, and I would consider mentor, Hannah Brencher Sheets is going to be with us. She's coming in to do a live session with us. We're really excited. Here's the thing I love there's so many things I love about Hannah, but Hannah is really someone who is mentoring a lot of people right now in discipline and processes,
the creative process,
systems behind the creative process, so that you don't burn yourself out, but you find great delight in what you're doing. And so she's going to be sharing about practical steps of being a content creator, sharing her processes, and it's really helpful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'll kind of quickly summarize. We got to get through all the 5 days.
I know. I'm sorry. We're running out of time.
9 minutes left. And so this is day 2, Friday. We're going to have another interview that you did with another mentor that you had, Allie Worthington.
Allie Worthington, who's dynamite. She is dynamite in both the faith-based realm online, but also she is a phenomenal business coach. And so she does both, the overt and the covert online. Right. And she's mentored me personally. Yep. She's someone that has really helped me grow. And so we're going to be bringing her in, and she's going to be talking a lot about her process as well. Because again, we wanted to expose you to a lot of people who have been there, done that, gone the way, so they can show the way. And you can kind of get into their brains and hear about how they started, but also how they've grown their channels.
Awesome. It's good. Yeah, we're going to pack a lot in there. So one of the cool things we do have, you're like, this is a lot of content. How am I going to get through all of this? There's a way, we're going to leave these replays up. If you're watching we have a lot of people joining from all over the world. So we're going to stream live. You can come watch the replay anytime. And then we'll leave that up for 7 to 10 days.
Yeah. So
and
you got some extra time with it.
Yeah. If you're checking out, there's even an option to get lifetime access. You could just download all the videos that we will go through. So just make sure that's all available. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Monday, Tuesday. It's day 1, day 2. It's weird because we started on Thursday. We keep making that
Thursday,
it's a
Friday.
joke at this point. So
day 3 is Saturday.
Day 3 is Saturday, and we're talking about lights, camera, and awesome sound quality. So this is one of the things that everybody starts to get a little hung up. They're like, "Oh, I want to preach the gospel. I know, I know what I want to say." But
I don't know how to record
cameras, setting up lighting, making sure people can hear me correctly. We want to go through all of that in great detail, and also show you some shortcuts. How can you use even a phone, like what you've got in your pocket, your phone, to start your channel, launch it. When we first launched our blog, we did a vlog a while back. I did everything on my phone.
Honestly, guys, the camera in most of your phones these days are awesome.
It's awesome. We just got a lot to get through.
I know.
It's going to be great. We're so excited. You guys
we keep interrupting each other.
So excited. It's
Bruce's
excited.
turn to talk.
It's great.
About all the tech stuff.
We're just very excited. We've been waiting for months to do this again, and we're super excited. So all the lights, cameras, and stuff. So here's where it gets really cool. Throughout the event, we're giving away prizes, okay? Because we want to resource Kingdom Messengers. So we're giving away microphones, we're giving away cameras, we're giving away an iPad, I think, where you can do everything, like a studio, edit, everything on the iPad. And we have some other really cool grand prizes I'm not even going to talk about right now, but really cool things that you're going to want to be with. So you'll want to stay for the whole session. We normally do giveaways at the end. I think in the beginning, we may even reward people who showed up on time to do some Amazon gift cards and things.
Oh, absolutely. We just like to give stuff away.
The one thing, and if you were looking at from what we're seeing, we've got lights and cameras and stuff all around us. You need an Amazon card. You need a little bit extra cash because there's so much stuff to go buy. There's little cables, little things that you can always add to your studio and make it better. So we want to resource you with that. So that's something you'll just be automatically entered for that stuff if you're part of the event.
Workshop,
yeah. So that's Saturday. We give you guys Sunday off. So we're taking a break Sunday.
Sabbath.
And here's what we want you to do. So you've heard kind of how to get your message together from Lindsay. You're going to hear from Hannah as far as the creative process and how to really get your script written down and kind of focus on what you want to say. And then I'm going to show you how to do some of the production stuff, the lights, camera, sound. And then you have the rest of Saturday and Sunday to go and write and film your first video. Because if you're going to launch, you have to have some content to launch. You can't just create a YouTube channel and not have any videos to watch. You've got to post a video. So we're going to you're going to have that ready. On Monday, we're going to talk about editing and how to upload to YouTube and these different platforms very, very easily. So you can kind of follow along with us. And by Friday, so that'll be kind of getting everything live. And then by the last day, keep saying Friday, it's going to be Tuesday, but day 5, we're going to just take questions. We're going to help you guys any questions that you guys have to get that final launch. But the goal is by next Tuesday, if you guys have this, you can launch. And again, we had 93 people do this in January we had one person who's like, I've been praying about this for years. And then they launched in 5 days. Like, that's amazing. That's like the power of just like great community and just bringing everybody together to kind of inspire each other and to grow, which is fantastic. So you can definitely do this if you kind of follow along with us, and you will have that deliverable of having launched your channel by Tuesday. And if you have a YouTube channel, we have some people that have YouTube, or they have a blog, or maybe you have a podcast, we're going to show you how to be on other platforms as well. So maybe you're on YouTube, but you're not on TikTok or Instagram, and we'll show you how to leverage those platforms with the content you already have.
Yeah.
So
just to play catch up for anyone who's just tuning in, because we're talking right now to our private Facebook group, our 5-day online workshop. This is also being aired on the Posture podcast page. So if you're watching this on the Posture podcast page, hello, I've missed you. I've been on maternity leave. I'm coming back. June is here. I'm back. New episodes are being released next week. We're very excited about that. But if you've been hearing us talk about this workshop and you're thinking, man, that's me. I've had this message stirring in my heart, and I want to do what you've been doing with Posture. I want to do that with my own kingdom message. This workshop is for you, and it's starting on Thursday. Yeah. And if you're interested in joining, you can go to kingdommessengerworkshop.com and find out more information and register there. And it's not too late to join us. We start on Thursday.
You can definitely join. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think if there's any other things we can hit on. We have a lot of fun things we're not even telling you guys about because there's so much we're trying to squeeze in.
Yeah. There's going to be bonus sessions. There's going to be more giveaways. Again, it's a party. We want to make it fun. Yeah. Often, sometimes we take our calling, the things that are stirring with us, maybe things we've been sitting on for years, and we don't delight in them. We don't delight in the fact that the Lord is stirring in us something new. Pioneering can be tough, guys, but it doesn't mean it can't be a party. And so that's why
it doesn't have to be lonely.
It doesn't have to be lonely. And so that's why in this workshop, there's a lot of delight. There's a lot of fun. We want to invest in you guys. We believe in you guys. And so that's why we do the giveaways and just fun things to make sure that we remember there's a lot of delight in the kingdom.
Exactly. So we are very excited. We've been praying for you guys. We are very expectant about what the Lord's going to do these next 5 days. Our team is ready. There's me and Lindsay that you'll see a lot of. You'll meet some of our other team later this week. And we're excited. We've got some really fun things planned for you guys. And again, we think like what could happen if another few hundred people launch in this next 5 days? Like, what kingdom impact could we be having into different influences, industries? Because we've got unique places in the world. We've got locations. We're all over the world. We've got we're also like in different industries and different niches. Some people are talking to different age groups. Like I'm talking, someone's discipling females, someone's discipling young men. Like there's so many different places, and it takes everyone. It takes a body of people to reach everyone.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really fun. I think this is going to be a very significant kingdom kind of shift, like in the next 5 days, or for the event to get all these things launched and to just get people started. Starting is by far the hardest part, because if you're here and you're watching, you're like, yeah, I need to do this. You probably haven't started, or maybe you've started just a little bit, but you don't quite have that momentum yet. So that's what we're saying. This is for you. It's excited. And again, we 100% believe in this. So we've even said, like, if you don't get your money's value out of this, like, we will give you 100% refund, no questions asked. So if that's something that you're kind of on the fence about budget wise or whatever, just go ahead and you can take that risk. We'll kind of own it. If it doesn't work out, it's back to you. We're gonna refund that. So I'm trying to think if there's any other announcements, because I just ran through so many things. I know Valerie says she's on the fence and she needs someone to push her off. That was great.
Valerie, I love that. I'm excited to have you a part of the group.
That's great. But that's awesome. It's so great to see you guys like tuning in from all over here. If you guys are watching the replay, still feel free to comment, ask questions. We will reply to the comments here. So we will try to come back and just answer any questions if you have them. You can also reach us at help@kmwsupport.com. You can get our whole team. We'll get back to you with answers. But we just want to serve you. We're geared up. We're ready to serve you guys for the next week and help you launch your Kingdom channel in less than 5 days. How awesome is that?
Very excited.